Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Today, a rank versus rank matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. He'll start the return inside his 25. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch them with coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Just about set to kick it away. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build... It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the double.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Today, we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. The kickoff team out there getting set. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game. It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing the ball game.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and put you in a position to win. In the end, moving forward, when the game's on the line, you got to be able to close games out.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another... Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort this week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been... Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's...
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they...
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his 25. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity.
And the heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Well, coaches watch tape all week, and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it under the lights, all the excitement, and what do? They forget to protect their quarterback, and they give up a sack on the first play.
He wants to pass it on second down. They're trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On the move at the 30. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Well, you might as well have thrown it in the stands because you completed it, but not enough for the first down. Punt team's coming on the field. On the move, it's good. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show.
Going for a big play right off the bat. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He tries to take the top off. And if Wait, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top.
Fires and picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. The ball pops out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. Let it go. At least they fell on it. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Oh, he wants it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He's not afraid to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Coming after him. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And he muffs it. It's loose.
And that's got to be a big-time break because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun. Wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's good. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line. Excellent field position here for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Offense working from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? It's a draw. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The errant 45-yard field goal try sets them up with the football on their own 28. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking to throw. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Right down the gut of the field. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. kickoff team out there and ready to go. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Gets it out fast. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fires one high and deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Handoff from the shotgun. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man down the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Trying to get to him. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Tries again to get it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He got it. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at InfoCision Stadium.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They had the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys,
he'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Line getting set on second down. Robinson will throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And now on second down for this offense. Gonna let it fly. He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Try to barge their way in. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
The heat was too much for that quarterback, and the sack brings up a punt. On the return, it's good. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Robinson looking to pass. Got it! And he's in for the touchdown. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. On the move. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They'll run the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And here comes the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action on 1st down. Lets it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Second and 10 here. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Motion from the offense. Robinson will throw. Going for the big play. He caught it. And he's in for the score. Touchdown. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. On the move from inside his own 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And now this offense will take the field again. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. And it'll be a touchdown.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here's the return from inside the 25. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Back open in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Young.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're trying to get to it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The ball is on the 18. They need 4 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on 2nd and long from the 13. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Just plowing down the field.
The return is brought down at the 48.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wide receiver shows motion. Good jet sweep pass. He's inside the 10. Open runway ahead. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Offense set on first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Make it happen. Right. 180.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Coming after it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.